Hey everyone, it's Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Don't forget, you can now watch the show right here on YouTube from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. Well, Republicans are now moving on, it seems, from health care to tax reform, which is great. But will they actually have the votes for it? According to a Politico article, Senate Leader Mitch McConnell saying, well, we could probably get this done without the votes of Democrats. We just need Republicans. McConnell quoted in the story, our problem wasn't with Democrats. When it came to health care, it was with Republicans. Here's my question to Mitch McConnell. Do you really have the support of Republicans on your side when it comes to tax reform? For 7 years, we heard from Republican lawmakers that we were going to repeal Obamacare. Promise after promise after promise that we were going to repeal Obamacare once given the opportunity, and they failed to do it. Now we have tax reform, which Republicans have always been for tax reform. Republicans have always been for cutting taxes. So now it looks like we're moving in that direction. But will Republicans actually pull the trigger and do tax reform? Couple of questions out there. You have John McCain. If he is going to be present in the U.S. Senate, the question is, will he vote to not work with Democrats and to have tax reform on the table? Remember, John McCain, when he returned to the U.S. Senate, he gave this big blustery speech about how we need to work with Democrats and about how the American people won't be able to handle it if Republicans don't work with Democrats. Will he actually be able to deal with this when Democrats don't want tax reform? They don't want to cut taxes. Democrats only want higher taxes. Republicans want to cut taxes. They don't want to deal with the Democrats. Will John McCain be someone who votes for this plan? What about Susan Collins? What about Lisa Murkowski? What about some of these other spineless Republicans who have in the past called for repealing Obamacare? They've called for tax reform. Will they actually live up to their promises? Let me say this. Republicans, you've already lied to the American people when it came to repealing Obamacare. I know there are still some senators who are trying to repeal Obamacare, but basically everyone has moved on, it seems, sadly. Are you really going to backstab the Republican voters who put you into office when it comes to tax reform? Tax reform and repealing Obamacare, two big issues that just about every Republican has campaigned on the last 7 years. Will Republicans actually do it? The stakes are pretty high. For President Trump, he needs a big, big win. He needs a big win in order to go into the 2018 midterms and convince voters that you need to keep on sending Republicans to the House and to the Senate so that way more of his agenda can get through. It's crazy that we're just in August of 2017, and we're talking about the midterms. But with 2017 really slipping away because of the August recess, and of course lawmakers don't do a lot in the last 2 months of the year anyway, there's not a lot of time left for Republicans to actually get work done. And in 2018, it's going to be all about re-election and election season. And so President Trump is going to need a big win, whether it's Obamacare repeal or tax reform, hopefully both. He's going to need those big wins to be able to go and help these Republicans win majorities and keep the majorities in the Senate and in the House. Something that will be tough to do since the Republicans are the party in power and they haven't done jack yet. Stakes are high. Republicans, you better get to it. Otherwise, your seat will probably go to someone else. Think about it. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show, weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk, 95.1 FM, 790 AM KFYO. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. Have a great day. We'll talk next time.